Hello everyone, I'm Lamont Gilchrist, www.L.G.Fitness-Messiah.com. This is my webpage, Lamont Gilchrist Natural Bodybuilder. On Facebook, Lamont Gilchrist or L.G. Fitness-Messiah. On Instagram, L.G. Get in Shape on Twitter. Great morning. Like I said, I'm trying a couple of different formats to get my little reminders and notes of some of the researches and stuff that I do when I'm not actually doing application or physically training people. I do a lot of reading, research, videos, YouTube, then I follow back and through ebooks and looking at different journals and health articles, along with interacting with colleagues and stuff that are natural pro bodybuilders to bring you this information. Yesterday was my show you how to exercise. Monday was my social. Today will be my nutritional information that I would like to bring to you. The first subject I want to touch on, well, I actually go to the subject that I was going to introduce. I have a couple of supplements back here. Whey Isolate. It's a great product, especially for you women and men. Time release formula of whey has all the different types of protein in it: isolate, calcimate, whey, kind of time release, fortified, and it has different amino acids in there, L-arginine and some other ones. And while we're on the subject of those, I also wanted to show you this arginine, L-arginine product. That is a vasodilator. It actually helps to coat or to make cardiovascular health a little bit more efficient. It helps in the transfer of the production of your body, which naturally produces nitrous oxide. That helps in overall heart health, cardiovascular health. It actually helps to change your cardiovascular age. I mean, you have a physical age and you also have a cardiovascular age. It actually helps with the elasticity in those arteries and in your cardiovascular system. Once again, I had to speak to my people and just people in general, but black men, we have a huge problem with our death rate, with heart diseases. It comes from our lifestyle, it comes from stress. There's a lot of factors that we cannot control, but there are a lot of factors that we can control with those supplements that actually help reverse heart disease, that help your cardiovascular health. Women too, especially for your man, it helps you with your erection. It helps to increase your erection. It helps to increase blood flow to your system throughout the body. Help with holding on to lean muscle capacity. It actually helps with the production of your body when it produces its own natural growth hormone. All these things, once again, can be found in nature, and they are from nature. They haven't been really synthesized that much. That's what the whole when you're having a heart attack, you take that pill, that capsule, nitrous or whatever it's called, to open up that system so that it dilates those vessels and everything. Our body naturally does that, but what happens is just over a period of time of bad habits, eating bad, it actually helps. That's another one that actually helps with type 2 diabetes, help to reverse the effects. Now, we're not talking about what pharmaceutical companies or what other people are talking about. We're talking about reversing certain effects. How do I know that these things work? First of all, the studies and the Nobel Prize winners that discover these things, and people are doing these things across the country, but they're not cluing you into the information or cluing you in to the effects and to what it is that they're doing. But as a bodybuilder, we always try to control our nitrous oxide production because we knew that it made us more vascular, help with muscle growth. It helps in protein synthesis. Arginine also helps in protein synthesis. It helps in there's so many different arenas that it helps in. It helps in the natural growth hormone. production. It helps with neurotransmitters in the brain. So by supplementing with those products, you can actually increase that. A lot of the research has shown that 5 grams, somewhere around there is pretty good, but they've taken up to 30 grams and got some great results. And you guys know what I'm talking about, because in all that Stiff Night and Heroes and Golden whatever and all those over-the-counter at your gas station that you buy those pills, the same principles that Viagra is supposed to work on, but a different transmitter, because your body can actually convert that naturally into nitrous oxide. And there's something L-citrulline that goes along with it too. As you get older, you might want to take a look into that and look at the research in that. I'm still researching. It actually does pretty good principles. The research is showing to be really promising on those particular things. But like I was saying, all those things that you go before you're about to have those late night with your girl and you popping those pills, that's the same receptor site that those things are going on. And it works because it helps with staying erected longer. Actually, it helps in sexual performance for men and women. It helps with estrogen balance and other things for men and women. So that's one of the supplements that I wanted to bring to you. I wanted to explain and have you get a better understanding about protecting your heart. We have to protect our, we can have a great looking outside with a terrible inside. So we have to protect our cardiovascular health. That's one of the things that I wanted to touch on and push on. And then I don't think people understand the whole process of these different illnesses and sicknesses. Creating a growth environment is always, an anabolic growth type environment is always good for holding on to lean muscle, anti-aging, and other principles and stuff. Creating a growth environment from insulin spikes and foods that are fortified with different growth factors, as obesity goes, not only enlarges your heart, your body, the aesthetics of your body. It also enlarges anything that you got going on bad inside your body, as far as tumors, as far as cancers, as far as speeding up those processes. So that's why tumors are growing so rampant. That's why cancers and breast cancers is so out of control, cervical cancers and all these particular things, because you are creating a great environment for these diseases to thrive. 2 points, because of your eating habits and your growth environment and what they're putting in the food and how they are physically poisoning us with foods and stuff like that. But also from what you're putting into your mouth and growing and expanding. Not only is your body growing and your fat cells growing, but cancer cells and breast cancers and all these other things are growing. And you can combat those things. That's why I have some principles that I have my clients do to keep the acidity levels, because you don't want acid levels, because that's a great and growth environment, and change it to alkaline levels with drinking and doing particular things and eating particular things. Controlling insulin levels, because once again, that's a growth environment. And glycagon levels, which once again is also a growth environment without insulin, on another receptor site, and slowing down the aging and growth process inside your body of cancers and all these other cells. We all got, cells and breakdown of the genetic chain of each cell as we reproduce it. As we reproduce ourselves over the years, those things start to fall off, and that's where you have the aging process taking place. But we are definitely speeding up these processes with the things that we are putting into our body. Like I said, and I always say this because it's a great quote in the Bible. It says, "My people suffer for a lack of knowledge." I mean, I do the research because that's what I enjoy, because I seek knowledge. Wisdom comes from above, and I seek knowledge and understanding on a daily basis in all aspects of my life. And as a professional, these are the things that I enjoy doing. So, when I get the opportunity, or my relaxing time is not playing video games or watching TV. I don't watch TV. My relaxing time is seeking knowledge, getting understanding, getting knowledge, getting wisdom from above, and applying that knowledge and giving that knowledge back to my clients, to my loved ones, and anyone that want to receive this knowledge. I just, like I said, I keep little notes because I thought this was an important subject, and I wanted to stay on task and make sure that I get all the points that I wanted to push across. A famous quote by some Nobel Prize winners, and just people in general, which I always find these quotes and things that I, ponder them in my head and kind of see what the person is actually trying to say, or, I could only go to my ability to understand and translate into what it means to me, what this person is saying. And you can only do that too, but so I'm going to give it to you. It says, pharmaceutical companies are prolonging death without improving the quality of life. These are quotes that are coming from medical doctors. These are quotes that are coming from other professionals, people that's won Nobel Prize and other particular awards for developing these things, but they sweep them under the rug because they haven't synthesized these things, and they don't have any way to get a residual income. And it's not as lucrative as if I put you on drugs, send you to the hospital, make you pay these hospital bills because I'm paying for these doctors, I'm supporting their research in their college, and I have influence on everything that they prescribe to you. So it's not as lucrative when we're talking about, these natural remedies, preventative, diabetes, type 2, all that stuff is, type 2 is almost dang near preventable. And even with diabetes, you do not have to use your pancreas, you do not have to spike your insulin levels. So, but these companies understand that, because on the nutritional preventative measure, which they pretty much control those things too, but they put them out there because they into getting money on any end. We're talking about a $4 to $8 billion industry per year on a medical, pharmaceutical pills that you take. We're talking about a $400 billion a year, if not more, minimum, of residual income from you, the people out there that's looking at this video, and the people out here that's walking around in society. The economic crash, the next economic crash will be medical, obesity, heart disease, and taking care of aging people that are not having a quality of life and not even really aging like that from things they could have prevented. Once again, I never see regret on the front end, it's always on the back end. But at that point, all you're doing is masking the particular things that are going on. You're not actually affecting, helping, reversing, or stopping, or improving your quality of life at that time, And in some cases, a lot of people probably want to be dead than to drag it out 20, 30 more years, which is, you got to take those things into consideration. But that's what they want. That's what they want for your kids. They can control you. That's why these things are set up this particular way. I just wanted to bring this information out there, show you some products, show you some things that I do, show you some things that I do for my personal life, show you some things that I've been doing over my 20-some years of being a professional, some of the applications, some of the exercise things that go with it, some of the nutritional things, some of the social issues that I view, to give you knowledge so that you can get understanding, so that you don't have to believe what it is that I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You can go and research these things for yourself, regardless of whatever it is, and you'll say, well, that's what they saying. Well, that's what they said in the Bible. You didn't come here, or people didn't come here. You had to learn the language. You had to learn English. You had to learn, when you went to be a lawyer, you had to learn the language of the law. You had to learn the language of nutrition. You had to learn the language of how to decipher what all these different biological chemicals and different things that's going on inside your body. If you are not willing to put in that time and that effort to learn the language and to get an understanding and expanding your knowledge on it, then you need to seek professionals that actually do that. There's a lot of people that can say, do this, jump around and everything else, but let's break it down on a cellular level. Let's break it down, on a vascular, cardiovascular. Let's break it down to the existence of the human body. And that kind of knowledge and that kind of wisdom is research, but it also comes from above too. So that's one thing about feeling comfortable when you're putting good things out there, or things that that are fruitful, that you can rest assured that you're doing the work of whomever you consider your creator. Once again, my name is Lamont Gilchrist. Flip this around one time. This is a good one. I'll switch off and on because I do different things, but this is a good one. And I can tell the difference when I'm taking this as far as vascularity and other things and stuff like that. Body Fortress, Isolate, L-arginine. Your body will produce its own nitrous oxide. Us, black men, I'm talking to y'all now, man. Us, they've done researches on us that says that we died the fastest 5 years earlier than everybody else. But we have the best genetics to be able to produce our own nitrous oxide. But because of stress levels and other different things, that we're not taking in enough of this stuff, we are missing our blessing in having superior or better prone genetics. If you're not taking advantage of your genetic potential, then you're wasting. It's just like any other potential. You're wasting away, and you're making inferior people equal to you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean that in just an anointing blessing way. That you are not raising a standard of the height of which you can excel to. Look what the percentages in the NFL, NBA, and all these other things in sports are things that we do from a physical aspect, sprinters, or, look at the percentages of people who are excelling in these particular things, with or without the drugs. And that lets you know where you stand on this evolutionary creation, most high blessings, with your attributes, your physical ability, and the strength and the fortitude inside your body. And for those of you who are not, what people say African or original man, Homo sapien, original descent, you are a offspring with some of the same potential. So I'm not knocking anyone. I'm just talking about what's real and not taking full advantage of your own natural potential. You have to understand that. You understand what I'm saying? When you be lazy, you equal the playing field to things that we are superior at. Remember that. Thanks.